issues with my x86 node. I think I've resolved that. And also one of my ARM Raspberry Pis wasn't working, so I got a little replacement here. And I'm gonna debug the other one sort of longer term, but I do want to like core quorum of 3, just because of distributed systems. Like 3 is kind of a happy magic number, because you know for any voting kind of like systems, I want to have at least 3 nodes, and I want to be able to have that with just the ARM parts, and we'll talk about that. I guess more in a little bit. It looks like we are streaming on YouTube, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and get started. First thing that I'm gonna do, because it's gonna take a while, is we got these SD cards, and I'm gonna make a new SD card image. Well, sorry, I'm gonna write the SD card image for the new Raspberry Pi that I've got, and we'll save that to disk. Fudgesicles. Okay, we got this done. Oh. Oh, hey, look, it is 5:30, which means it is time for me to take my afternoon drugs. So we are going to get on that. It is Saturday. So Timbit's hanging out with me. He's chewing away on a bully stick, and that's good. Carolyn's working in the backyard right now. It's really hot out there, and I was thinking about taking Timbit for a walk, but I'm worried it might be a little too hot on the concrete, which is why we're just hanging out in here. I don't want him to hurt his little paws. Aha. No, that can't be right. Chase the cable, chase the cable, chase the cable. There we go. There we go. That's the ticket. So we are going to go ahead and plop our little SD card in. We'll go ahead and switch this over to our live thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put on some music because I like music. That's a good reminder. Let's see, what other music? Well, alright. We'll put this on. Okay, sort of. Oh, damn it. Something tells me our sound device is probably. No, it's actually set to the right one. Oh, Alexa, turn on speaker? Let me double check. Huh. Alexa, turn on speaker. There we go. And so I have my speakers on a little smart switch, so that when I forget to turn the audio all the way down on my Linux computer, I can just turn off the speakers from my bed at night. Anyways, here we go. Probably yes. Well, this is a fresh drive. I'll still just zero it out. And so we've got our images here: Ubuntu ARM64, Worker, Dev STG. Let's double check that is the right device. Is that the one that just showed up? Yeah, cool. Okay. Rockin'. That's going to take a while. So while that's writing, we're going to see if anyone wants to join us. a quick little Twitter tweet. Do. For cluster. Cool. So hopefully this will be the one where we finish it. Who knows though? The thing that I'm going to do now. Oof. What's the US? Oh, yeah. Okay. I plugged my x86 blocks into my KVM, and that's why there's a USB cable in it that I wasn't expecting. So I'm going to go ahead, drop it on the network. Oof. Okay, looks like it's booting. We'll give it a few minutes. Oh, fuck. You know what I forgot to check to make sure? Which I really should have, is that I think I installed an SSH server on it. Let's hope I did, because if I didn't, I'll have to pull it out of the rack and bring it back over here. But that's okay. Right, so while we give that a little bit of time, the other thing that we're going to do is connect to the leader node. Okay. We're going to see... Okay. So that's 3 nodes. That's not a lot. We're going to try and track down what's going on with the other nodes. So I guess probably what we'll do is let's just go ahead. So use the Unify stuff, so we'll go ahead, go to dashboard, and it's going to be the Kubernetes switch. These are all looking pretty reasonable. So let's go ahead and go to and then we'll go into services. Rockin'. And this gives us our DHCP host. Okay. So let's start with checking on the Nvm machines to figure out which ones are working. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, so this is, oh, that is not the node label that I want for this device. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's weird, because I set this up using Bootstrap Remote, and so now let's just comment out the reboot. What do we do? Yeah, so that should have done the GPU one. So let's take a look. Setup K3s Worker GPU. K3s extra is set to blank. Okay, and then we'll go ahead. K3s. Okay. No. Weird. Weird. Maybe I forgot to. Oh. God damn it. This is one of the joys of shell scripting. Well, really, anything like this. So this, yep. There we go. Okay. So this was a lowercase, and so what was happening is it was using the default, which sets the node label to a storage node, and that is not what we want. So, and this, like, I mean, this is just, I use these labels later or I intend to use these labels later because the Raspberry Pis, which don't really have much compute power, are gonna have some, like, just cheap storage devices stuck in them, so they can act as storage devices. So let's go ahead and see if we can fix this. So bootstrap remote. Okay, so this is the thing though. I've got two scripts. Sorry, this is all just a tower of scripts. K3s script. So I'm gonna K3s script. And so script. And this way I can use the bootstrap remote to bootstrap the x86 machine, which is just going to be a regular storage node, not a fancy node, not a GPU node. And then also it means that we don't want to use the Docker, we want to use containerd on that, and some other minor things that we switch in between the two of them. But that's okay. So that's a okay start for figuring out what went wrong. The other thing that I noticed, that my script did, which I don't want it to do necessarily. Don't remember. I have so many things. Okay, yeah, so this is, we wait for the data to be unlocked, then we update and we install. That's part of it's setting up Falco. We're not going to actually do that right now. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So inside of first boot, we run this very fancy script of do first boot. Oh, okay. First one. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, I think that's part of where our problem came from, again, last time, is that I did not have the correct, so first one worker should be first run worker remote.sh. We wait for the cloud init. We reboot if we need to. We set up the known host, then we run the generic first run script. And then we run setup K3s Worker. I don't see us copying over first run. Did we copy over first run to this machine? Let's take a look. Okay, we did. Let's take a look at what happened during that. We mostly checked to make sure that we didn't have to reboot. We found the leader node. We added ourselves. Oh yeah, we got the known hosts. We did an apt-get update. Ah. Okay. So yeah, okay. First run. Because there's a thing where I assign them. Well, actually that's fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's the ticket. So it's inside of setup K3s Worker base. So now let's go ahead, set up K3s Worker. Great. Okay. Yeah. So that just says, like, instead of always doing this, we can also just, if the worker ID shell environment variable is specified, we'll just do that. So then what we'll do is in first one worker remote, sorry, bootstrap remote.sh. Yeah, first run worker remote. Looks good. And the other thing that we'll do here is worker ID is going to equal to hostname export worker ID. Okay, cool. Let's hope that does the trick, and we'll find out. So, okay. This one was ostensibly NV1, so we'll go ahead and we'll set the hostname to 1 to NV1. That way it's going to hopefully be a little bit easier for me to keep track of. I wonder. I'm gonna try something. I wonder if I can delete a node. Probably not. But let's find out. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, okay. Oh. Huh. Okay. So it looks like when we went ahead and we deleted it. Interesting. Or... Huh. That's weird, though. Wait. What day is it? Alexa, what day is it? Like, wait, I'm confused. Because this looks... So this is saying, failed to update node. K8s Worker 102 is invalid. Invalid name, node label. A valid label must be an empty string or consist of alphanumeric characters, dash, underscore, or dot, and must start with an alphanumeric character. So this is the regex used for validation. So K8s Worker 102, that sounds like this should work. Right? I'm a little bit confused. Let's SSH, let's go take a look at the other worker and see what's going on. I think this is the other worker that came up, kind of, but oh, sorry. Okay. Not seeing that error message at all. If we take a look, oh. Okay, wait. Let's go back. No, this is the same. Oh, this is the part that is not happy. Okay. Cool. So the magic part of the script, which is supposed to resolve the IP address, probably failed. And that's what's going on. And so I'm getting an error, which is telling me my node label is invalid, but it's actually, I think what's happening is like this is picking up something from there. Okay, cool. Let's figure out what happened with that. Okay, yes. Okay. Boot. Okay. How do we try and resolve the IP? This would be why the ns lookup command is not installed. Okay. Oh, it's not ns lookup. Okay, if I run it, well, it. Okay, Ubuntu ns lookup. Package. Is it NetTools? I bet it's NetTools. Oh, it's BindUtils? Oh, DNS utils? Okay. Maybe. Let's take a look. Sure. Okay. What could go wrong? But, so that makes a bit more sense as to why that failed. Although, yeah. Let's stop if there's an error, because that's just kind of make my life a little bit simpler. That sounds good. And so that'll get run the first time after reboot. So the other thing that I wanted to take a look at is, so we do update Ubuntu and config system. So then, okay. Yep. So that is part of it. So part of, I think, the other problem, okay. Well, actually, I guess we can just keep this as update pi. I don't really want to rename it. Let's go ahead and find update pi.sh. So yeah, okay. That should do the trick. Okay. Also install DNS utils. Sounds good. Sounds good. Or at least kind of good. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Great. So that's fine. It looks like the existing worker image. The existing Raspberry Pi worker, that's fine. I guess the next thing to do is check on the next Nvm machine. It's not running a Raspberry Pi. It will probably have also failed. Oh, cool. It looks like we didn't get very far with this one. Which is A-okay. That's actually another good point. Bootstrap remote. I want to know if anything fails so that I can just fix it. Okay, cool. With that, I guess let's go ahead and we'll start with trying to do set up this node. So, I I was really lazy and I didn't want to do any. Cool. Not that IP. We are going for the 119 IP. No. This is also my Wi-Fi password. It's not super great, but it's okay because we're not gonna use that password anywhere outside of this cluster. Okay, cool. So we're going ahead and we're gonna put a bunch of things on this machine. Let's go ahead, SSH to it. Okay. Main thing that I guess we're going to do now is we'll just reboot that machine and we'll wait for it to come up and see what its deal is. The other thing that I wanted to do is see if I remember to install an SSH server on my x86 box. My guess is maybe not. But, you know, also maybe. Also maybe. Okay. Sorry. 100. Yeah. Looks like I forgot to install the SSH server on that. Oh, no, it's not .100. It's .101. Okay. Huh. Weird. Let me go take a look at that host. Hey baby, so it looks like it's on switch port 5. So let's make sure that our there we go. Let's make sure switch port 5 is behaving. Looks like it's behaving fine. No errors. It's definitely sending packets, like a lot of packets. Huh. Okay. Well, I probably just forgot to install the SSH server on it. That's a little annoying, but we'll go ahead and fix that. Oh, hey! Is that the stuff that was going to be used downstairs, but no more?
But it's the same size as like 90% of the stuff in the house.
Yeah, so that's probably worth thinking on to then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started doing this thing. Trying to get the cluster to work as I'm pulled in. Okay. Oof. So, that being said though, we should be able to install the SSH server on it pretty quickly. Okay. Here is, I think that's the KVM port. This is USB data, DMI. Okay. Cool. Looks like it's booting up. We'll give it a few minutes. And And yeah, switch port 5 is now not active. So that, yeah, that's definitely the right port. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, okay, this machine's back up. Cool, still call it NV1. Okay. Oh, that's why. Wouldn't have actually done anything because, but that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna really quickly. Oh, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna switch this to the like talking window, and that's mostly just because I'm gonna switch my display port, and I don't know what's gonna happen to my display. Cool. Oh, it looks like. Okay. Sorry. I have to do this really quickly. Huh. That's... Oh! Okay. Fudgesicles? Fudgesicles. Should be, there it is. There is that Ethernet cable that I forgot to install. Not install, plug in. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we'll get back to the x86 box in a little bit, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Although it does look like my webcam rose. That's not. There we go. Okay, cool. The webcam's plugged into the KVM, which is why the webcam froze, which is not ideal. Okay. Let's take a look at what's going on. Okay. Cool. So, it's going ahead. So, okay, cool. It does the first 15 minutes sleep. That's kind of expected. This thing of HDMI? No. That was VGA. VGA. Okay. I'm gonna unfortunately disappear again really quickly. Like I'll still be here, but my camera's gonna go all wonky in just a second. So huh. That's weird. Okay. Oh, this thing just doesn't have a network set up properly. I think. Somehow? This is confusing. Okay, it's 118, so we'll just jump back, and then hopefully, yeah, I'll change my webcam again. Ah, okay. It might take a minute or two for the webcam to show up as a video device again, so we'll have this very stylish photo of me just hanging out. Thanks for joining, Mick. So yeah, so okay, I think it was 118 was what we said the IP address was. So let's go ahead and okay. So this clearly is fine for values. Okay, so I need to figure out why Ubuntu server DH client not starting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Network. Interfaces. Okay. And I think this is actually called EN0 for things just keep changing, and that's fine. So let's reboot and see if that host comes back up and I can SSH to it, because then if I can, we can probably just go ahead and take this host, put it in the rack, and then it'll hopefully get an IP address and everything will be fine. That's still going to take some time. I think that seems... I do. He's hanging out right over here. I'm looking a little bit upset.
Oh, he was asleep on a towel, and then I used the towel to dry my legs off with.
It wasn't the towel lying down there?
No,
Okay,
no,
good.
it was the towel that I'd brought in from outside.
Because that was the towel I put down to cover up his
Sorry, he peed
accident.
in the house.
Carolyn, you are not... It's okay. We have a puppy. That's gonna happen sometimes. Right? That is just...
Our yard is so much less lumpy now. It was
That's good.
so lumpy, and now it's significantly less lumpy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less broken glass in it.
Also, really good improvement.
Are you streaming?
I am.
Can I take... Oh, this just pops off.
Yeah.
Were you leaving them on?
Yeah. No, it's okay. It was more one of those, like, I'll leave it on, it'll fall off whenever it falls off kind of things, right?
But it fell off now.
Yeah, no, I was just leaving it like that so that, like, it would last a little longer,
Yeah.
right? For the savings.
Oh, chasing the sea.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I would have taken it off eventually because, you know, people are definitely going to make fun of me on my very cool motorcycle.
Your jacket's real cool.
I like my jacket. It's a really nice jacket.
It's like fucking crazy explodey shit.
It costs
Did it cost more than the bike?
No,
Did it cost more than a new bike?
no.
Did it cost more than Skusku?
Yes.
It's okay.
Sorry, is it?
Skusku was pretty cheap.
She was. She did really good.
She did really good. She was a good bike. And like, I appreciate that my safety gear cost more than my scooter.
And I think that was, yeah. Alexa, stop. That was the right call for.
All your safety gear together probably costs more than a new Vespa, right?
Oh wait, by a new Vespa, do you mean any new Vespa or a comparable new Vespa?
Would it do a 150?
Yeah, probably. Alexa, stop.
Yes, you do. Well, it's part of the vehicle. Your jacket is basically like your roll cage.
It is. It is. And I really like it. I'm glad I didn't try and size it up. Because now that I'm wearing the appropriate base layers, it is so much better.
Yeah. You're streaming?
I am, but things are a little broken, so I'm debating taking a break and coming back, and doing like a little more. And I think actually that might be the right call. So I think what we'll do is it's going to take probably, I'm going to guess, it's going to be another hour before we get to the point where we can do something cool again. So we're just going to take a break for an hour. We figured out what was going on with our x86 box. I find it kind of weird that the default server installation doesn't configure DH client automatically, but I guess then again, maybe that's just kind of normal. But like, I think of a server installation, I think of a headless installation. But also maybe I did something funky, who knows. So we fixed that main problem. The other thing that we're going to be waiting on before we really go any further is writing this SD card. Oh wait, and I'm holding it up to the webcam that's not working right now. So
Where's the camera coming from?
No, right now it's just a picture of the screen.
Oh.
Because when I use the KVM, the camera breaks like probably 15% of the time. But I have the camera on that because right now, in pandemic land, I have my work laptop, and my work laptop is over there, so I want my camera to...
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, long story short, we're going to wrap up. We're going to give this an hour, and I'll come back and probably do some more. Then, thanks for joining me, y'all.